service to King Jesus is not tweaking a den of thieves or fixing a fraction of the status quo. Welcome, everybody, to Mud Flood Was Armageddon. That's right. The Mud Flood was the Armageddon. Don't let them tell you anything else unless they're willing to debate you in a fair and honest way. Waiting on RJ, a late start tonight, going to be exposing what I think, what do? You have the emails that prove a state university was trying to double charge, not show a bill after 4.5 months of denying that they received payment. So here's, they admit they called it a mistake here. Here's what it looks like when they call it a mistake. It's all been back ass word. That's me down here.
Okay. And so that's like the other half of the complaint that I'm hearing is that you sort of had these consistent obstacles put in front of you by various people on campus, and you believe those obstacles are motivated by religious discrimination.
Right, by people who, to a Christian person, will, I guess, no matter what, never say, wow, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I shouldn't have lied to you about giving you the PayPal, address. You see, I can say it, I can talk that way because they had me sweating for no reason. I knew they were lying to my face, but it looked like they were going to get away with it. But they, thank God they were exposed. And now they're just thinking, well, how do we cover my butt? We tried to double charge this guy because of we don't like Christians here at Adams State University in Alamosa, Colorado. To send it to, and then tell you couldn't do it and you had to get moved out until basically through a lot of hard work and proving it to them. No, it's you guys. You had the money. It's who else would? Only I feel, because I think God is wanting me to be here, is I'm still here. Otherwise, who would put up with this? This scholarship and my money could go to any college.
Okay. So the list of people that I have is Greg Cook, Savella DeVoe, Jess Gagliardi, Debbie Chapman.
Yeah, because she's the only one that knew I had a warrant, and yet somehow the police picked me up after class in front of people the next day.
Was it Alamosa police or ASU police?
It was ASU police.
Okay.
And they didn't want to hear it. They were going to handcuff me, take me in because I had a warrant. It was a warrant for a traffic ticket.
What are you looking for, sir? Like what?
Ooh.
And I can't promise you.
Here's the important part. They're caught in felony lies. It's a lie to sell somebody a product and then say you didn't receive the money. And then lie about it. And then the emails show they said I owe $7,800. I said I'm not paying a penny anywhere near that. So they sent me an email without an itemized bill that said, how about $3,094? Well, I said, I'll pay it, but I'm still want to get the itemized bill and get to the bottom. And so now they're caught lying. They know they're caught lying. And we'll just back it up here. Just, a couple of seconds. She's going to say, sir, You obviously have caught us lying. Our DEI has tried to shut you down, throw you in jail for a traffic ticket where I was working with the DA to go to Castle Rock and pay it and apologize for telling the guy to kiss my ass.
Okay. What are you looking for, sir? Like what? And I can't promise you any outcome, but what resolution of this would be satisfying to you if I can make it happen? I can't promise.
Look at me, I'm so serious. Well, I guess that's gonna not just be up to me. I think the absolute, I'd like to see one professor think is a good teacher, Dr. Lubrick, be proven wrong on one thing, is that no matter what, they'll never say I'm sorry or I was wrong to you. And I would say, who else? How does he know that? How many other veterans have been chased out of here, treated this rudely, and just given up? To me, what I think is that they should just refund all my money and give me a scholarship, like for the pittance of money they were going to kick me out of school for is nothing compared to the walking wounded the girls wrestling team didn't even have enough girls healthy to compete. And how much are they getting on scholarship? So there's 19 girls that get scholarships to wrestle here at ASU. They couldn't field a healthy team. They had to forfeit the whole match. Told the team, don't come down here. We can't wrestle. I said, turn this into a scholarship that wouldn't have cost the VA any money, and it would have only cost them 2 female wrestlers worth of money. Instead, they want to take it. No, we'll think about it. That might be too much to cover for their felonies. They're just not prepared. Oh, in their mind, that's just, that'd be capitulating. I'm trying to be, this is the first time I've rewatched this video. I'm a storm on the inside. And they wanted to nickel and dime me right out of school.
Yeah, I don't think a scholarship is in the works.
Yeah, well,
you saying Doctor Who? Lubrick?
Yeah.
Does he teach history?
Yeah, he teaches history.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, he told me they're never gonna, they put you in jail. He said, good luck, they'll never apologize for anything. That was last year, and they never have, and it always keeps getting worse. You can hear Happy Zombie Jesus Day, and it's me. I don't get a joke. I don't understand the way modern people joke.
So your two points of where this connects to religion is the Happy Zombie Jesus Day, and when Jess Gagliardi said "stay evil" or let's
have a good weekend, keep it evil, and that's a joke too. That was supposed to be a joke. They even came to the class and told me it was a joke, and gave a whole lecture about how, the things he was talking about, that college is going to be the time when you have the most sex in your life. That's what Jess was saying, and that's what Jose objected to. And then saying to keep it evil, that's over the top. He's over the top. He's selling information to Texas. He's running Natasha Liebrig away from school because that's a whole other story. They ran a woman out, these 2 guys, single guys that took over this course that was not, teach leadership, but not choose one leadership style over any other. And Natasha tried to stick to it. And these two unmarried guys, consider themselves former athletes, told her, get the hell out of Adams State University. You're not the diverse woman we want. She was on the committee to help with the first year leadership, and they ignored her. Well, Jesse's a sure vote for the people that are still here that were appointed by Beverly McClure. And that's poison. Yeah, Beverly McClure got a job here as president in 2015. You saw the picture in the thumbnail. She was requested to be hired here. Her highest recommendation was from Bill Richardson, a guy who flew on the Lolita Express. Is that DEI enough for you people?
You weren't here when Beverly was here, were you?
Who cares? Who cares if I was here when Beverly was here? You're busted for even having Beverly here. Look at her face. I didn't even know about it until 2022. Yeah, God didn't, I was busy in 2015 knowing the earth was flat. Starting Flat Earth Nation, Golden Age past, doing art, starting biogeology, starting the Flat Earth Nation movement, telling about the I wrote a book. I was busy, girl. But the thing is that I'm pretty sure it's illegal to lie to your customers about how things are purchased. I mean, doesn't that ring a bell?
Well, I just don't see a motive. Like, what do you think Greg's motive was for that?
Because he's a lying person that only cared about not having me go to school here. Where would he come up with 7,800 then lower it to 3,094? It's all makes no sense unless. Yeah, lady, take a breath and realize you're not going to win this one. They're duplicitous, and they're just covering for a guy that maybe they're thinking, boy, that lied to my face for 4.5 years, and when he finally told the truth, nobody was mad at him. Nobody said, oh my goodness, why did you lie to this customer? And even she doesn't seem like she cares. She's the head of Title IX. She takes the complaint about these things. She's trying to defend the situation. She's going to call it a mistake. Almost worked because it sure seemed like Zavala and the rest wanted it to work. There is no getting over. There's shenanigans that went on that were illegal. With the fundings here. You're billing somebody one thing and then giving them something else. What do I want? I want some sort of standards and at least somebody to say that's not how we do business. Is that asking too much?
Okay. Would you like me to scan and email you these statements that I got?
I have those. Are they the ones that show that I owed 7,800 or what's the date on those?
I mean, there's like a whole bunch of balances on here that fluctuate over time. The account balance it shows for right this minute is the $3,928 one.
As of what day was that printed?
Yesterday. Or no, I'm sorry, not yesterday. Yes, yesterday. Yes, that's right.
Right. See, so how come they pay? And that's what the VA will be late. Yeah. You guys are caught being the poster child now. When we had this conversation yesterday, you could have saved the military and the taxpayers a year and a half and just count it as a scholarship. And you said no. Well, I know that the adjunct professor for water studies 201 hasn't been paid, and he's worked 3 weeks already because
Who's
Adams
that?
is late on that. His name's Kevin Boyle with a B.
Okay.
So people get late on payments, but how come my payment was only $3,094? That's supposed to be for 3 months, and the rest of the year for the housing is only $3,900 for 8 months, 8.5 months.
No, this isn't for housing. Part of this is for your tuition and fees, which are paid by the VA, but that money hasn't come in yet. And I think this number is going to go down dramatically.
Yeah, to
So I
zero.
can't tell you like how much until April probably.
Well, have you seen the other breakdowns, or do I need to bring them over to you that show I owe 11,001, and then another one that was 7,800?
Yeah, so I see those on here, but since then, your Pell Grant has come through, your Colorado Student Grant has come through.
That's because they finally filed them, and they said, "Oh, you're also a lot. You're also. We should have told you about these things, but you didn't, did you? Because you weren't trying to help me. You were trying to say I didn't give you the money, didn't pay it, and felonies were committed. It's illegal to take money and then say you didn't receive it."
Through, then you made a bunch of payments, and then your College Opportunity Fund has come through, and then another Pell has come
Yeah, thank you, Kenai. There's one guy, Kenai Douglas, probably because he's young and got hired just last year. After all of he's got to mind his P's and Q's, but there's a lot of things he's shocked at, and I pray that he'll be blessed for helping me. The only one so far.
through. So there's been a ton of credits to your account.
Right.
Saying
that's all due to Kenai Douglas, and he was kind of held back and kept in the dark. And that's a different story that maybe he'll want to tell, maybe he won't. But yeah, he's been, I would say, the only one that gets the good job that works here so far. But yeah,
so,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that it went down like this.
Yeah, hold on. I'm adding it all up for you, like how much has been credited.
It's all credited. It should have all been so easy. I'm a former millionaire that gets that type of Social Security benefit, the max, plus I'm on scholarship. There's never been a problem if it's going to be hard for me to pay. Dumbass.
$1,875 plus $2,774. Yeah, so you've had like credits of like $10,635 on your account. There's also been some new.
You could have just given me a scholarship, and 100 people or more would know about this. Am I sharing the screen here? So we got one person listening. So there it is. I mean, they're guilty. They did it. These guys did it. This is their website today. Hey, you want a job for transgender job seekers? We're going to spend money making sure that's your deal. There's the thumbnail. 2015, they're about to hire a girl that gets recommended by a guy that flew on the Lolita Express because it was gay power time. I think those days are over. Going the wrong way, Paco. Good job. So there's the thumbnail. Had to cut out some of it. Some of the people that lied to my face are in this picture. They were gay pride in it for 10 years. 10 years here. Look how this is from today, or 2016, but this is how they get the people here. Lunch provided. 10 years of we're getting paid, we can't draw a crowd, so we'll provide them lunch. And I know people that go there. Hey, you're having a chemical fog for a reason, folks. Do Re Mi has last February 4th, I told you, when the United States is going bankrupt. Anyway, young man is working on an art project, and he used off one of my partial projects that I was working on. He said, "Oh, can I have that project you're working on?" Sure, man. What are you doing with it? He goes, "You'll see." Well, so he sent me this video. Pretty cool. He's not finished, but he sure made an effort of framing he knows that it's a midbrain. He knows that I don't think it's a trilobite, and he's making this to be a protective angel. You know, there's still some work on it, but it's going to be quite a piece when he gets finished. So that's the last picture. So this is what they're selling today. You know, come and find if you're a transgender job seeker. There's people here. You know, this is how you do it. Tell them I use my old name on references, but use my new name if it's, just tell them, when do I use my legal name? There's a lot of people that get paid a lot of money to explain this to 4, 5, 10 people that get tricked into coming here because they think everything's going to be okay. In the middle of Cowtown, Colorado, these shenanigans are going on. So we got that one. So look up, what did I look up? Reconciling Ministry, because this was recommended on one of their, Alamosa is hosting a thing here with, yay, Adams, get your outreach. We got people on staff that like to go and, well, I searched it. What do you guys believe in? Oh, family diversities of sexual orientation, gender. We'll marry anybody at that church. That's what FUMAC is. That's what these guys are. No one's going to be denied. Well, of course not. If you want to get together for a same-sex marriage, a holy union, come to the place that Adams State University in Alamosa recommends and spends money to send people to go and talk. They're on staff. That's what they're for. These guys do it. When they're not teaching history and everything else, they're donating their time to go out. Like, they're the head of the Pride Club, and they got to get out there to these churches and say, you are doing the right thing, man. They've been doing it a long time. And I wonder how many veterans, here, here's the Alamosa one, FUMAC, Christian Community. Well, there's going to be many that, Jesus says, I never knew you. That's what the Bible teaches. Where am I at? Well, that's all the... Well, I got video blocked in some territories. Oh, well, that's the breaks. That's the show. Less than a half hour. And that's the breaks. If you want to, you can email Adams and say, Did you try to charge him twice or not? Either way, this is a flat earth nation. The golden age is past because the mud flood was Armageddon. And after Armageddon, there was that 1,000-year reign. And then there was the reaping of the wheat and the tares, the grapes of wrath. And then there was the last remnant you're a part of, and your parents complied. And a lot of them are still actively, knowingly complying. And your grandparents, at least, they didn't get lobotomized. They didn't get sterilized, institutionalized, criminalized. No, you're the orphan trained remnants of their parents. And it's time for you to wake up and break away. What are you gonna be in life? I'm the artist Salt Taco. I'm called, chosen, elect, known before the foundation of the earth, predestined to tell you all of these things because I've been adopted by God and a co-heir with Christ. Me and my friends will never tell you anything else. It's the truth. So why would we? We have your best interest at heart. Amen. Hallelujah. Aho. Aloha. Arrivederci. Ciao. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Nakame.